Brian Benoy, que es el Lead Technical Coordinator y Control Simulator Engineer. Así que aquí va la entrevista sobre EcoCAR3. Brian, thank you very much for talking to us, and we're talking about EcoCAR3. Can you tell us about this contest, please?
Sure, yeah. EcoCAR3 is a 4-year automotive engineering design competition for college undergraduate and graduate students that is sponsored by the Department of Energy and General Motors, and it's managed by Argonne National Laboratory.
Yeah, so every 4 years, so this is like the Olympics or the World Cup, something like that, huh?
Yes, that's a good analogy there, yeah. It's 4 years, and each year gets a little bit harder, and we have different technical objectives set up for the students every year. So it's more of a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, to produce a new car, it takes more than 4 years in most cases, right? So, and this is only for the United States, or it's open for the whole world?
This is for the North American automotive industry mostly. We do have students that go to these universities that may be from other countries, but it's mainly focused for the North American automotive industry.
Okay, so before we go into the number 3, can you tell us a little about what happened and what was the winner in EcoCar number 2?
Sure. So in EcoCar 2, we just wrapped EcoCar 2 up, and so we just started EcoCar 3. There hasn't been a winner for EcoCar 3 yet, but with EcoCar 2, there's actually 3 winners because there were 3 years of EcoCar 2. So
okay.
The third and final year of EcoCar 2 was that was Ohio State that won that one.
Okay, and can you share some of the details of the advancement? I don't know if it was just one particular model or some technology, or how are the awards given?
Absolutely. So the awards that we give out, they're actually in many different categories. So really, the winner of the competition is the team who was able to balance all of the different categories against each other. Really, just like how an automotive OEM would do with a vehicle that they're trying to bring to a market.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Ohio State.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah.
So Ohio State built a vehicle that was the most well-rounded out of the rest of the vehicles, but really a standout with them was with their emissions. They actually were able to achieve emissions that were about half that of the stock vehicle when you drove them on the same drive cycle.
Okay, and so for this year, is there any new things that compared to the previous programs? I mean, I guess there's many new technologies that have come up lately. So, are there any new parameters for this competition?
Yeah. So all of our advanced vehicle technology competitions, they've been going on for about 26 years, and they've actually the technical objectives of these competitions have evolved as new technology or hot research areas come into focus. So recently, I would say in the past 10 to 15 years, the focus has really been about electrification. So using alternative fuels with electrification for the vehicles. And so EcoCar 2 was focused mostly on hybrid electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Now EcoCar 3, we changed the platform a little bit to be a smaller vehicle that the teams will be working with, and it's actually in the sports car market segment. So this is going to be a Chevrolet Camaro that the teams are working with for EcoCar 3. So with that comes numerous design challenges. You know, there's less packaging space to fit components in. There's more of an emphasis on performance than, say, with the EcoCar 2 vehicle platform that was a Chevrolet Malibu. So we've also added innovation and cost metrics into the equation. So really, the teams have lots of different variables that they have to consider when they're designing their new vehicle for EcoCAR3.
So this sounds to me like they're like working in a real life environment as a car is produced in a real manufacturer, right?
That's exactly right, and that's exactly the kind of experience that we try to create for them. Because when they graduate and they go into the automotive industry, those are exactly the same situations that they're going to be faced with. They're working on an interdisciplinary team, working in a fast-paced environment with deadlines and measurable objectives. So that's the environment that we try to create for our students in EcoCAR3.
So the main goal for the competition is not only developing something that might be very useful for the manufacturer, but also for the students to like enhance their career as they are going through school, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So really, the main reason why the Department of Energy became involved in these competitions 26 years ago was because they wanted an avenue to really educate the next generation of automotive engineers, as well as a way to accelerate the development and the demonstration of technologies that may be of interest to the Department of Energy and the automotive industry. So that's really kind of what the purpose of this competition is to do that.
Now, what about General Motors? What's their involvement in this program? Obviously, maybe they use it as a recruiting tool for like gather the best students ever. I mean, that they're available out there.
Yeah, that's right. So General Motors, as well as many other industry partners, are involved mainly to recruit the talent that is created as a result of students participating in these competitions. General Motors also, it also helps to improve relationships with other suppliers, with other companies in the automotive industry. So there's that aspect as well. But the main one is having access to the top talent in the intro automotive engineering field.
So you mentioned that even though it's the contest is divided into a 4-year cycle, within that time frame, they're gonna be competing every year or every few months on something specific?
That is correct. So we try to follow basically a modified version of General Motors' vehicle development plan.
Okay.
And so we basically turned that global development plan into an EcoCAR version of that. So the first year we'll start out with the students learning how to virtually simulate their vehicle powertrains. It'll include them getting the CAD data from the manufacturers to do space claim analysis and structural analysis of the vehicle and their components that they plan to integrate into the car. So most of the first year is all virtual. It's all done really in computers, and then they'll do a little bit of bench testing at the end of year one. And then the second year is where they will, take those components and they will actually integrate them into the vehicle. So they'll take the design that they came up with in year one, and they will implement it in the vehicle in year two. And then year three, the plan is for them to take that car that they built in year two and to get it running to a point where they can start doing some controls calibration work on it.
Okay.
So to get it to a reliable state.
Like a real test, like a real life test, yeah.
Right. And then year four of the competition is all about optimization and refinement. So it's really to bring the vehicles up to a level of functionality and refinement that's showroom quality.
So I'm sorry, we're running out of time here, unfortunately. So the most important question maybe is like, so all the participants are already chosen, or is there any way anybody interested want to participate in this? How does that work?
Well, people who are interested in learning more about EcoCAR3 can actually go to our website, www.ecocar3.org. And they can learn about the universities that are involved in the competition currently. Every time we have a new competition, we release a request for proposals, and we have universities from all over the United States, even from Mexico and Canada, that submit proposals to be a part of the competition.
Okay.
And then here at Argonne, we review those proposals and evaluate who the best teams are that would be a best fit for the competition, and then we select those teams, and they will be involved for the entirety of the competition series.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Spokesman for EcoCAR3, the next challenge. Department of Energy and General Motors for all this information, and we're going to share with all our audience on our social media pages. And I guess we can talk and get us some updates in the next few months and years. Okay.
Great. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.